my greetings.
Not sure whether I could play Ooze or just tap for Drake. I think I should just tap here. I have a Giant too. Actually, it's almost always going to be tap here. Ooze would be only in really weird situations. Druid is like decent for Ooze, just because they don't have like small minions. Like Ooze is kind of weird trading for small minions, but it's kind of weak to like Keeper. I guess it would be pretty good if bait out Keeper, but okay. If I tap and play Drake, the Mount Giant will cost 5. I guess I have a pretty good route here, which is to tap and play Drake, and then tap next turn again with the Ooze, and then start the Giants. Because I'm not going to be able to hit a Giant next turn.
I must safeguard the land.
So if I tap and play a Ooze, I'm just trying to calculate the Giant thing. It'll cost 4 next turn. That's really good for me, actually. Because then I can tap again before playing the Mountain Giant, and it only costs 3, so... I can also play another Giant next turn for 3. That's a lot of tempo. Even if I get BJ'd, I will probably just play the other Giant
I've got the beast in my
instead of Hellfire, just because of my mana curve, I think. Actually, I'm not sure. I'll have to see.
Where shall I strike?
Alright, question is if I'm in range of dying to combo. This is 11 damage. Combo is plus 8, 19, 20 damage. I'm okay, kind of. Whereas if a Hellfire removes 7 power off the board, but then he can follow with Ancient Allure, I think I have to take board control, whether that's playing the Mountain Giant here, or whether that's playing Sylvanas here.
I have no time for games.
I kind of like this better. Uses my mana a little bit better. The 3/3 isn't that useful. I also have Shadow Flame for Sylvanas up, kind of. Sylvanas Hellfire is actually kind of good as well. Like, I can steal his Ancient Allure maybe, or Dr. Boom or something. I can also play Mountain Giant Shadow Flame next turn, because it's going to be at 3. I don't think you can actually take out the Dark Bombs. Like, Dark Bomb is too important in a lot of matchups, like against Hunter and Paladin, things like that. I think right now I just play big stuff. I like this more than the Ancient Watcher plus Taunt. Although Ancient Watcher plus Taunt has actually a really good aspect of it. And maybe it's better the more I think about it. I was thinking this, but if I do play Ancient Watcher plus Taunt, what I can do is actually... Yeah, I like this more. But it's basically just because I'm only going to taunt the Watcher. Because I'm not going to die to combo here. I still have another source of taunt with the Molten Giants. It's hard for him to go face here. And if I play this plus Drake, he's going to trade both into the 8/8 probably. You know, in the scenario that I don't die, it's hard for him to kill me. If you couldn't kill me last turn with 3 minions, then he can't kill me this turn with 2 minions. But this is good because I can trade the Sun Fury in for the Big Game Hunter, or the 4/1. Like, you know, unless he just saves that into the Giant, but then it doesn't kill it either, so... Good to keep my Giant alive. I think this is the best position. Like, the Drake is the only mandatory taunt, I think. Like, whether I want to taunt offensively or defensively. But this sets more options, because the Twilight Drake is, like, the most versatile creature here to taunt. I taunt these two with Argus if I want to play offensively, and these two if I want to play defensively.
What to do?
I'm just gonna Dark Bomb that. I need to do 4 damage.
My shield for Argus.
This last Sunfury pickup was really good, because like this is kind of weak to science, and then he can set for lethal potentially, but he can't do it in 1 turn. So I have another like taunt. What's 8 plus 5? 13. I need to do 4 damage to kill him. I can't really kill him. I just need to make my way to, like, slowly get to the Molten Giants and Sunfury, and then I should win. I can also go really aggressive here and just get him to 4. That sounds good as well, as long as I don't die. I guess I'm just gonna play aggressive here. Like, there's some weird combos that might be close to threatening lethal here. It's really hard to combo through Belcher just because you have to like do more than 7 damage to kill Belcher with combo. Oftentimes you have to do close to like 10 damage to kill Belcher, but this should be fine. He's at 4 and I have Hellfire next turn. I didn't taunt the Zombie Chow, so just having it there, it's hard for him to kill. If he actually kills Zombie Chow, then it's like he has to use human resources, I feel. I was actually thinking like trading and playing only 3 minions as well, to play around mind control tech, like trade the 5/5 into his Ancient Allure, but that way I could like slowly save my stuff and maybe play towards my Hellfire strength or something. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm off by 1. I have Giants though coming up.
So many possibilities.
I'm gonna actually tap here. Kind of risky actually with the way I played it. I didn't think you could actually clear my board like that. If I didn't tap, I can't get both Giants out. Only 1, and it's too easy for me to like lose. Also, it's kind of safer for me to tap to draw into like something that would save me too from combo.
Where shall I strike?
I think it was kind of unlikely he had combo with 4 cards left or something, and you're already using a Force Nature. Paladin? Alright, I'm getting rid of all of this. I just want Hellfires and Moltens, and also anything like fast, I guess. Dark Bomb, Oracle. This is a matchup where I'm not too hesitant using Sun Furies early, like maybe just Sun Fury, the Watcher on turn 2, because since they have an equality Consecrate threat after Molten Giants, it's not a matchup where you can afford to just like fall super far behind and just play double Molten Giant followed by a Sun Fury to win the game. Like if you do that and then they have Equality Consecrate, you'll die the turn after. So it's better to like keep up in board strength and fight them constantly.
Shields up.
It would kind of be okay to play a Handlock with like a higher mana curve with no Draxus and like a Ragnaros, for example. But I think you would need to make more changes to that. If you don't have Draxus, I'd also take out Earthen Ring and add in a second Belcher. Maybe take out Lota for Rag and Draxus for, I don't know, Rag as well. Something big. Alright, I'm gonna Owl here. I want to play this matchup fast, right? He's like an aggro Paladin. I actually don't want to tap a lot, even with the Mountain Giant, but I didn't have a great move this turn. I could have maybe Hellfired this turn. It's just then I don't have AoE for next turn. I do like this more than Belcher. I don't have any Molten Giants. If I had Molten Giant, I'd play Belcher for sure, so I can slowly get into Molten Giant range. But, like, as far as this and Belcher goes, he can trade this into Sludge Belcher and just kill it with Coghammer. I didn't expect something like the Hammer Wrath, unfortunately, but that way I can save, like, Sludge Belcher for later and just clear with Hellfire the turn after. At least I'm keeping up with him in cards and not like having way more cards.
Reporting for duty.
That's a good draw, actually. Especially with the 6 Swamp Ooze. Like, pretty soon, I think it'll start being weapon to face strategies. He has, like, I guess like, if he has, like, a weapon here and some minions, maybe some buffs, it's gonna fall, like, play the minions first, one turn, and then, like, start going face the turn after.
Reporting for duty.
He might have another turn of minions, actually, with the way he played.
My eyes are open.
My shield for Argus.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Against Equality, it's better to trade, but I don't think Equality, like, helps that much. Because, like, if he has Equality and Consecrate, I don't think it matters that much, because I'm going to be just Hellfiring the turn after. Whereas if he has, like, Equality and not Consecrate, it's like, he could trade his minions one by one, but I don't think that mattered that much.
I've got the beast in my
I'm gonna have to play both mains to contest the board. This point's too late for a weapon. Like, he would just kill me with the weapon, so I'm pretty much dead, though. Hopefully his hand's like Divine Favor or something, and something else that wouldn't kill me, like Divine Favor and some minions without charge, for example. Oh, wow.
You face Draxus, Melodon Lord of
I definitely have to kill this, because his most likely cards in his hand are buff cards like Blessing of Kings, Blessing of Might, things like that, because he didn't play them last turn, so because he didn't have a minion charging. So it's very likely that his hand is full of buff cards and Divine Favor.
Put this apple on your head.
Well, Owl makes sense as one of his cards. I still have lethal next turn with 7 as it is.
well played. The victory is yours.
Okay, how do I want to do this? Giant is kind of awkward with coin because you can't coin out giant. I'm gonna mulligan everything actually. It might be Zoo as well. I would have kept Twilight Drake because that's a more versatile card. Going second with the coin. Oh, nice. If I kept both Mountain Giants against Zoo, I'd just be dead. Because you can't play Mountain Giants against Zoo. Like, you can't tap until turn 4 or whatever. You have to play stuff early. At least with Twilight Drake, I can coin it out in turn 3. This is a very good situation for me. This is not the type of opening you want against Handlock. Oh man, that's bad for him. This is like the worst opening you can have possible unless they're missing drops. Like obviously a worst opening is just don't do anything, but as far as like the type of minion, like these are like defensive sticky minions, 1/3, 1/2, 0/2. You want like 3/2s and like you want flame imps, like not they don't use leper no, but flame imp, knife juggler, those type like heavy damage minions against Handlock because Handlock doesn't care. Like this is a really good opening against Rogue, for example, where they kill your minions one by one. They can kill flame imps super easily, but Handlock just ignores their minions and does their own thing. So you need high damage minions. He just gave me a lot of time to play Twilight Drakes and say Mountain Giants if I had it, or a second Twilight Drake. Normally the way that Handlock wins is you just play your own big minions and then you taunt them up, for example. You don't actually like trade and stuff. Or AoE. So you just like ignore their board. Like you want to kill their specific minions perhaps, but like you need to kill Knife Juggler still. Kind of worried though about this. I don't have anything to do this turn. I guess I'm tapping and dark bombing. Okay. The Shadow Flame doesn't make sense. Not without being able to kill the egg first.
Who dares summon me?
Oh, lost the other Doom Guard. It's really good for me. I have a Mountain Giant as well here. Or, I mean, sorry, a Molten Giant as well here. Okay, that's really good. Now he has to decide whether he wants to trade for 8/8, which is super efficient. I can just keep dropping bombs, right? If he just keeps trading. And if he goes face, now I have the combo. So it's like the most awkward situation for him. The best thing to do for him is to just kill me, but I feel like that's unlikely. Especially after losing the second Doom Guard. The reason why I'm attacking this and not going face is to utilize my Earthen Ring first here.
Shields up.
I feel like it's okay to attack this, but I have other attack targets. It's kind of risky to attack Void Caller. Like I might need a Shadow Flame against Mal'Ganis, for example. Maybe just leave it for next turn, because I can Shadow Flame next turn pretty easily. So no matter what, now it's too late. Like even if it's Mal'Ganis. This is easy Shadow Flame next turn. Oh wait, I can just kill him. Can I? Silence that. 8 plus 8, 16, plus 5 is 21. Okay, I was thinking of how to clear this board, but... It would have been super easy to clear the board. Just attack the 8, 4 into this, and kill this as well, and then Shadow Flame my 8-1. That would have been really good. It's just killing him is better. Okay. New game. This is my my legend game, hopefully. I believe I'm gonna... it makes more sense to keep Mountain Giant, I believe, now. Because I'm going first, so I don't have the coin. Like, I can't coin out Twilight Drake, and I'm one turn ahead. Mountain Giant's more reasonable here than last turn. I think my deck is actually really good in Handlock Mirror since I have double Shadow Flame. I'd like to have double Owl for it, but from what I noticed in this matchup, it's like, even though my mana curve is kind of lower than normal Handlocks, I don't feel like Handlock Mirror is decided by whoever has the higher mana curve. Like, kind of like how maybe Warrior Mirror is in a way, like whoever has more greedy stuff generally wins Warrior Mirror, but it's obviously like tech choices as well. I feel like Handlock Mirror has like a lot more finesse, for example. Like you can tap more and play explosive turns with Mold Giants or Loatheb or Shadow Flame, so... Okay, that pretty much means that there's no BJH because he doesn't have mana now. That's good. Considering this is a super good trade for me. I need to draw my Earthen Ring here. It would be so good. Oh man, what about this actually? Leaving up at 9-2. Because at least that way he has to invest a... Yeah, I like it actually. Wait, he has 9 cards next turn. If he Moracles, he'll have 9 again. Then he can play a Giant or a Drake still.
So many
If he, like, this play is weak to Hellfire. Hellfire's not a good card in this matchup, so it's like, I don't know, it almost seems like it's setting up for Moral Coil.
almost out of time.
No, I don't like that.
My shield.
There's like another move I could have done, like maybe play Belcher and go face even. And the problem is I don't want to start going face. It's like, because it doesn't Handlock Mirror, I can't just start like racing him.
Some still fun.
Let me see if there's some way I can keep my guy alive here. I don't believe so. I have a Dr. Boom next turn. I guess I'm just trading in. I still get a lot of value though. Instead of just getting more cold down.
I have no time for games.
That's not a disaster. He steals a slime here.
Into the breach.
D-Town, thanks for resubbing. Welcome back to the StrifeCro. Crowfist.
I've got the beast in my sight.
I could double Moral Coil this, wouldn't be that bad. I guess I'm setting up for like a stalemate board, for example. Just like maybe Sun Fury these two, and then set up for a Shadow Flame once. Like he either has to attack into the Ancient Watchers or attack into them. If he attacks into them, it's kind of inefficient. Like Watchers are pretty good at fighting. Okay, might go with that plan. Start by tapping though. Oh.
I've got the beast in my sight.
Saving the second Sun Fury. I'm too weak to AoE at this point. Like, you never want to commit that many creatures against other handlocks because of Shadow Flame and Hellfire, kind of. Oh, nice. I'm in range for Molten Giants, especially if I top deck my second Molten here, followed by Loatheb or something. This is kind of annoying because, like, when I have a Watcher with Taunt, I want to set up the board where it's like he builds up and then I Shadow Flame, but that's not really a minion I can ignore. He's already used his Sylvanas. One more Twilight Drake. No, but at this point...
I got this.
At this point, I can Shadow Flame to clear Drakes and stuff. I should actually silence here. In fact, if I get him to 18 here, and then have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 power, it's pretty good. I'll have lethal next turn with Draxus if he doesn't clear. Like, this point, I'm not worried about Twilight Drakes, like, allying them 1-to-1. You know, I have double Shadow Flame, and I have Sylvanas as well, like Sylvanas Shadow Flame. Rag Shadow Flame. Wow, how do you manage to do that? Emperor.
By the power of Ragnarok, I have the power!
I was thinking you couldn't clear a board because he was out of range of Molten Giant Shadow Flame, but I guess that works.
Shields up.
Kind of weird. Okay, I mean, I can always just Sylvanas Shadow Flame. I want to get more stuff. I guess this is good enough. I need a tap here, I think. He's already used double Dark Bomb, so he can't kill me. Even if he has double Hellfire, he can't kill me. Basically, I need to draw something where I can Shadow Flame again. Oh yeah, I have this giant. I mean, that's okay.
I have no time for games.
Because next turn is his double Molten turn, potentially. But I have another Shadow Flame. I'm not going to play too much around it. It's just I want to tap into something like a Molten Giant or a Mountain Giant even. I'm not sure if I can play Mountain Giant and Shadow Flame. I'm not sure about the mana. This is still up though. He has to kill this and taunt. I can use I can actually Shadow Flame something else maybe and just like only Shadow Flame for 4 or 5 for example. And just punch through the rest with minions. We'll have to see. Okay, it's only one Molten Giant.
For Argon.
It looks like I won't have lethal here. If I tap, Shadow Flame is 5 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Earthen Ring. Lotheb is so good here. Yeah, there's no way I'm dying.
Almost out of time.
This way I don't have to kill the Zombie Chow as well. Like if I Shadow Flame this, I'd probably have to trade the Zombie Chow. Right now he might not ever be able to kill the Zombie Chow. I might just kill him. He's locked out this turn through Lotheb, so he has to have taunts here or more healing. I guess Draxus would do something here. Like if it has a latch dish effort, Draxus wouldn't be bad here.
So many possibilities. Some still
I actually can't beat this giant. Kind of worried. If I can only trade the 8-3 into the 8-8, my last cards are like Dark Bomb and Hellfire, Molten Giant.
almost out of time.
It's gonna be awkward. I do have this heal bot though, but 4 damage, I wouldn't be super surprised if I die, but it's not that easy either. One way I could die is Draxus. No, it'd be Defender Vargas, right? Defender Vargas plus Hellfire is the most likely way I'd die. Draxus and Hellfire, I don't think he had Emperor enough turns for that. Double Hellfire, I guess it's possible as well. He doesn't have any more Dark Bombs, but he could potentially have 2 Hellfires.
Almost out of time.
Shields up.
Okay.
How shall I destroy you.
If you couldn't deal 1 damage last turn, it's always doing 7 this turn. So I'm playing a little greedy and playing this over the Earthen Ring Farce here. He probably has another Owl, but that's why I killed his other minion. Without a way to deal 1 damage, the Owl doesn't actually kill it. Maybe this is still better just because of a potential Owl, the Earthen Ring, instead of the Twilight Drake. I think it actually would have been better just because of that. Like, I know kind of what is left in his hand, probably. Like, that's one thing that's probably left in his hand. The last things that I think left his hand, a Mountain Giant and Jiraxis. I think a second, like, a second AoE thing, maybe. Got Legend finally.